Hello everyone. In Honkai Star Rail, character synergy plays a pivotal role in achieving success within the game's dynamic mechanics. Understanding the intricate balance between light cones, relics, eidolons, and team composition is fundamental to forming effective strategies. While tier lists offer valuable insights into optimal setups, they are not definitive rules, but rather guidelines shaped by individual perspectives, calculations, and biases. It's important to recognize that investing in characters beyond those atop the tier list can yield surprisingly potent results, underscoring the versatility and depth of the game's mechanics. Disagreements with tier lists are not only common, but also indicative of the diverse strategies and playstyles within the Honkai Star Rail community. Respectful discourse fosters a deeper understanding of character dynamics and encourages players to explore unconventional yet viable team compositions. Ultimately, embracing different perspectives enriches the gaming experience, promoting creativity, adaptability, and camaraderie among players as they navigate the ever-evolving challenges of Honkai Star Rail. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Honkai Star Rail. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. The characters in this tier are in order from top left to bottom right: Arlon and Trailblazer Physical. Arlon stands as a character reminiscent of Blade, yet marked by his distinct sacrificial prowess. While akin to Blade in his HP to damage dynamics, Arlon's capabilities pale in comparison, existing as a shadow of his counterpart. His potency hinges on his dwindling health, with damage escalating proportionally to his HP depletion. However, unlike Blade, Arlon's survivability is contingent upon two stringent conditions: his HP plummeting below 20% and personally securing the foe's demise. Such prerequisites demand meticulous maneuvering, particularly in the absence of evasive maneuvers and with sluggish healing support, rendering Arlon's path fraught with peril in the unforgiving terrain of battle. The Trailblazer in Honkai Star Rail is a formidable force, excelling in both single-target and blast damage with their physical prowess. They possess the unique ability to bestow offensive buffs upon themselves by exploiting weakness break, making them a formidable asset on the battlefield. Furthermore, their proficiency in healing the party before engagements adds a strategic edge, although their technique ability may seem redundant with the presence of Space Anchor. Nonetheless, their capacity to bolster offensive capabilities while offering vital support underscores their indispensable role in combat scenarios. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Dan Heng, Luca, Misha, Sampo, Sushang, Yan King, March 7th, Natasha, Trailblazer Fire, and Yukong. Dan Heng is a formidable starter character in Honkai Star Rail, boasting a commendable damage output that can be further enhanced with the best LC and relics. What sets Dan apart is his ability to slow down enemies using his skill, which not only provides tactical advantages, but also amplifies his damage potential against slowed adversaries. With his unique combination of slowing abilities and enhanced damage output, Dan Heng proves to be a valuable asset in any player's roster, capable of turning the tide of battle in their favor with strategic precision and relentless power. Luca, the boxing champion in Honkai Star Rail, brings a unique blend of single-target damage over time capabilities alongside inflicting bleed on adversaries. Despite his prowess in dealing damage and debuffing foes by amplifying their vulnerability to harm through his ultimate, Luca's debuff potency falls short of dedicated debuffers like Pila or Silver Wolf. His strategic positioning lies in the balance between dealing damage and impairing opponents, making him a versatile asset on the battlefield where precision and timing are paramount. Misha, a formidable DPS character in Honkai Star Rail, possesses immense potential intricately tied to his ultimate ability. Much like Jing Yuan and his Lightning Lord, Misha's ultimate grows stronger through the consumption of skill points, either by his own efforts or those of his teammates. His ultimate unleashes substantial damage upon activation, yet its unique mechanic allows the unleashed power to ricochet among enemies present on the battlefield, amplifying its impact and strategic value. Misha stands as a testament to the dynamic and strategic depth found within Honkai Star Rail's character roster. Sampo, a hidden gem within the 4-star roster of Honkai Star Rail, stands out as a formidable force in the realm of damage over time dealers akin to Luca. What sets Sampo apart is his ability to unleash AoE damage that ricochets among enemies, particularly potent against bosses vulnerable to wind. His skill set extends further, as his ultimate not only amplifies DOT effects on foes, but also bolsters the efficacy of allied DOT strategies. With the capability to swiftly stack wind shear on adversaries, Sampo emerges as a quintessential supporter within DOT-centric teams, posing a significant threat to any opposing party encountered on the battlefield. Sushang emerges as a formidable 4-star character, renowned for her ability to inflict significant single-target damage. What sets her apart is her capacity to amplify her damage output even further against foes afflicted by weakness break. With the introduction of her E1 skill, Sushang not only devastates enemies, but also aids the team by facilitating the recovery of skill points, making her a versatile and invaluable asset in battles against the Honkai menace. Yongking operates as a 5-star DPS character whose damage output heavily relies on his offensive buffs. However, his effectiveness diminishes as he becomes a target for enemy attacks, jeopardizing the continuity of his buffs. While employing a shielder or a high taunt character can mitigate this risk to some extent, facing multiple enemies amplifies the likelihood of Yongking being hit. Consequently, he often ranks lower compared to other DPS characters. Nevertheless, if players can render him invisible to enemies, Yongking's damage output justifies the strategic sacrifice, making him a formidable force on the battlefield. In the realm of Honkai Star Rail, amidst its diverse cast of characters, there exists one whose charm lies not in overwhelming strength, but in her unwavering support and strategic prowess. Known affectionately as the cutest girl in the world, she dedicates herself to shielding her allies from harm, while deftly turning the tide against assailants with her counterattacks. Despite her modest damage output, her true power shines through her ultimate ability, a formidable freeze that immobilizes all adversaries, a skill of immense value, particularly within the intricate pathways of the simulated universe. Remembrance. Natasha emerges as a pivotal figure in Honkai Star Rail, renowned for her unparalleled healing prowess and life-saving abilities, particularly cherished by novices venturing into the game's realms devoid of other proficient healers. With the capacity to mend a solitary comrade, dispel a debuff, and instill gradual healing through her skill, Natasha stands as a beacon of resilience. Her ultimate actuates a sweeping rejuvenation, extending its benevolent embrace to the entire party. However, Natasha's efficacy wanes when confronting the trials of endgame adversaries, whose relentless onslaught of AoE debuffs taxes her ability to cleanse each member, exacerbated by the fervent competition for SP utilization among comrades. Fire MC emerges as a formidable shielder, adept at diverting enemy attention and mitigating incoming damage through strategic taunting maneuvers. Their skill set revolves around the pivotal ability to reduce harm inflicted upon the team while wielding the power to erect a protective shield capable of enveloping all allies. Although proficient in defense, Fire MC's ultimate prowess extends to dealing modest damage based on their DEF attribute, although it pales in comparison to dedicated damage dealers, aligning with their primary role as a guardian rather than an offensive force on the battlefield. Yukong, a character in Honkai Star Rail, presents an intriguing mix of strengths and challenges for players to navigate. While her ultimate packs a considerable punch, her effectiveness hinges on careful SPD tuning to ensure she positions ahead of the team's DPS before unleashing her skill. This nuanced mechanic may prove daunting for beginners still acclimating to the game's intricacies. However, for those who master the optimal Yukong build, her ability to bestow ATK, crit rate, and crit DMG buffs onto the team offers substantial rewards, making her a formidable asset in the battlefield of Honkai Star Rail. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Gneifen, Herta, Himeko, Hook, Qingque, Serval, Sui, Asta, Bailu, Gepard, Hanya, Lynx, and Welt. Gneifen emerges as a formidable addition within the ranks of Honkai Star Rail's character roster, embodying the essence of a DOT damage dealer and debuffer with a penchant for igniting adversaries. Her expertise lies in engulfing foes in searing flames while concurrently amplifying the damage inflicted upon them. As flames lick at her enemies, Gneifen orchestrates chaos on the battlefield, manipulating the burn status to not only afflict adversaries, but also heighten the vulnerability of multiple targets to incoming assaults. In the tumult of combat, her fiery prowess proves invaluable, turning the tide of battle in favor of her allies as adversaries succumb to the relentless blaze she commands. Herta emerges as a priceless gem amidst the chaos of battle in Honkai Star Rail, particularly in pure fiction mode, where swarms of enemies relentlessly assail your squad. With her remarkable ability to unleash devastating AoE damage and execute swift follow-up attacks, she becomes an indispensable asset when confronted with multiple waves of foes. However, her prowess finds its limitations against solitary bosses, where her strengths are less pronounced, making strategic team composition pivotal to success in diverse combat scenarios. Himeko, akin to Jing Yuan, epitomizes the essence of erudition, yet she distinguishes herself through her reliance on follow-up attacks to inflict substantial damage. Her skills and ultimate abilities are meticulously crafted to confront multiple adversaries, making her unparalleled in combat scenarios teeming with foes, particularly within the immersive realm of pure fiction, where her prowess truly shines in Honkai Star Rail. As the formidable leader of the moles in Honkai Star Rail, she thrives on engaging in intense battles against rival bosses. With a penchant for single-target combat, her signature skill unleashes devastating damage upon a solitary adversary. However, upon unleashing her ultimate ability, her prowess extends further as her skill cascades to strike adjacent enemies, turning the battlefield into her domain of dominance. Qingque, a character within the Honkai Star Rail game, embodies the essence of a gambler, capable of delivering remarkably high damage output for a 4-star character contingent upon favorable tile matches to trigger her hidden hand state. The extent of her effectiveness hinges greatly on the player's luck in acquiring matching tiles or, alternatively, by obtaining optimal blessings along the propagation path in the simulated universe. Should luck be on the player's side, Qingque possesses the potential to ascend beyond her A-tier ranking, possibly positioning herself within the upper echelons of character tier lists. Serval, a rare erudition character in Honkai Star Rail, boasts a unique gameplay style reliant, albeit partially, on her DOT capabilities, particularly through inflicting shock on adversaries. Her ultimate ability extends the duration of these DOT effects, enhancing her battlefield presence significantly. With each defeated foe, Serval further amplifies her own offensive prowess, escalating her damage output especially in encounters against multiple mobs rather than singular bosses. Such strategic dynamics render her a compelling asset in diverse combat scenarios within the game. Shuei stands out among the diverse cast of characters in Honkai Star Rail, with her distinctive playstyle, blending follow-up attacks with a powerful ultimate ability. What truly sets her apart is the unique aspect of her ultimate, capable of depleting the enemy's toughness bar regardless of whether they possess a quantum weakness or not. This strategic advantage makes her a formidable force on the battlefield, offering players a dynamic and engaging experience as they navigate through challenges within the game. Asta, the wealthiest heiress aboard the Herta space station, proves to be an invaluable asset to the team with her versatile blend of offensive and supportive capabilities in Honkai Star Rail. Her talent shines as it not only bestows a significant ATK buff, but also amplifies fire DMG against burning adversaries. Asta's primary function lies in furnishing the team with a crucial SPD boost, a boon particularly advantageous for teams reliant on damage over time strategies. Her strategic contributions make her an indispensable member, ensuring the team's success in the face of formidable challenges within the game. Bailu, a character in Honkai Star Rail, possesses a healing skill that may seem ordinary for a 5-star character. However, her unique ability sets her apart from others in the game. The power to revive a fallen character, a feat unmatched by any other. This skill proves invaluable in challenging scenarios like the Forgotten Hall and Simulated Universe, offering players a crucial lifeline during intense battles. It's worth noting that this remarkable talent can only be utilized once per battle, unless players have the rare E6 Bailu variant. Gepard often finds himself overshadowed by other healers in Honkai Star Rail due to his inability to heal the entire team at once. However, what he lacks in widespread healing, he compensates for with his ability to provide shields to the entire team and redirect enemy attacks towards himself with a higher probability. His unique talent allows him to endure a single knockdown and immediately replenish his energy to full capacity. With strategic build optimization, players can effectively refresh his ultimate ability at crucial moments, preventing enemy assaults on the party and bolstering their defensive capabilities on the battlefield. Hanya stands out among the diverse roster of characters in Honkai Star Rail with her unique skill set, distinguished by her ability to replenish one skill point for the team upon meeting specific requirements. In addition to her supportive role as a buffer, augmenting damage dealt to enemies afflicted with burden and enhancing DPS and ATK for a designated ally, Hanya thrives most effectively within teams that heavily rely on skill points for synergy and combat effectiveness. Lynx, a character in Honkai Star Rail, may not boast the same healing prowess as some 5-star healers, but her unique attributes make her an excellent choice for players. Notably, she is a free character, making her accessible to all players. What sets Lynx apart is her ability to cleanse debuffs from the entire party, a crucial skill given the prevalence of enemies inflicting debuffs in the game. This makes Lynx a formidable force, particularly in a team where destruction serves as the DPS, especially for those who thrive on taking hits to amplify their damage output, such as the formidable Blade. In the face of the evolving challenges posed by new enemies, Lynx emerges as a valuable asset, proving that her utility extends far beyond traditional healing roles. Welt, a formidable character in Honkai Star Rail, serves as both a debuffer and a sub-DPS with remarkable versatility on the battlefield. His primary ability lies in the strategic manipulation of enemy movements through his ultimate skill, which significantly slows adversaries and delays their turns. This pivotal skill not only impedes enemy actions, but also amplifies the damage they receive, making Welt an invaluable asset in combat scenarios. With his unique blend of debuffing prowess and damage-dealing capabilities, Welt emerges as a pivotal force, reshaping the course of battles within the Honkai Star Rail universe. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Argenti, Black Swan, Blade, Clara, Dr. Ratio, Jing Yuan, Kafka, Sile, Topaz, and Numbi, Pella, and Tingyun. Argenti stands out as a formidable force in Honkai Star Rail, renowned for his exceptional area of effect damage potential. His ultimate ability boasts 2 triggers contingent upon his energy levels, making him a dynamic asset in encounters teeming with mobs or formidable elite adversaries capable of summoning hordes of underlings. As an erudition character, he thrives in battles against groups of enemies, showcasing his prowess as the knight in shining armor that every squad needs to triumph against overwhelming odds. Black Swan isn't your typical ultimate damage dealer in Honkai Star Rail. Instead, she excels as a DPS character, focusing on stacking DOTs known as Arcana that intensify as enemies accumulate more stacks. These Arcana can be enhanced through DOT effects inflicted by Black Swan or her allies, making her an ideal companion for other DOT-focused DPS like Kafka. Once unleashed, the damage from these Arcana resembles a detonation of sorts, devastating enemy ranks with unparalleled force. Blade stands out among the characters in Honkai Star Rail as a rare DPS with unique self-sustaining abilities that allow him to heal himself by consuming his own HP after dealing damage. His exceptional skill set not only ensures his survival, but also makes him adept at managing SP efficiently within the team, alleviating the struggle of SP management commonly encountered in other teams. Additionally, Blade can seamlessly function as a sub-DPS within various team compositions, such as Jingliu's team, offering versatility and strategic depth to players as they navigate through the challenges of the game. In Honkai Star Rail, Clara synergizes remarkably with Svarog, the true DPS, relying heavily on counterattacks to inflict damage on adversaries. Supported by Svarog, Clara benefits from reduced damage intake and gains the ability to cleanse debuffs from herself, which proves invaluable when facing foes notorious for debuff infliction. This symbiotic relationship between Clara and Svarog not only enhances their individual prowess, but also reinforces their effectiveness as a formidable duo within the game's dynamic battles. Dr. Ratio defies the expectations associated with a free 5-star character by delivering exceptional single-target damage that rivals even premium counterparts. Renowned for his unparalleled strength, some players eagerly pursue his Eidolon, recognizing its potency on the battlefield. While his main dish attack relies on the enemy bearing a substantial number of debuffs, with a maximum of 3 needed to ensure a 100% chance of activation, this condition hardly proves prohibitive given his overall prowess. Dr. Ratio stands as a testament to the game's capacity for strategic depth and diverse character dynamics, captivating players with his formidable presence and formidable abilities. Jing Yuan, known as the Lightning Lord, stands as a formidable presence among the characters in Honkai Star Rail. Unlike Argenti, another esteemed figure, Jing Yuan's prowess lies not in his ultimate ability, but in his strategic follow-up attacks. With a focus on maximizing hits per action, Jing Yuan delivers escalating damage, making him particularly effective when faced with multiple enemies vulnerable to lightning. His skill set makes him a compelling choice for players seeking calculated and precise combat strategies in the dynamic world of Honkai Star Rail. Kafka stands as a formidable force, though her solitary prowess might not yield staggering results against adversaries. However, when strategically paired with fellow damage over time, DOT specialists like Black Swan, Sampo, or Gneifen, the battlefield transforms into a vibrant canvas of impending demise. The synergy of 3 DOT dealers in her team further amplifies the spectacle of carnage, offering a symphony of destruction that leaves enemies reeling in the wake of their relentless assault. Seal remains an invaluable asset within the Honkai Star Rail universe, despite her status as an older limited character. Renowned for her unparalleled single-target damage, Seal's effectiveness only amplifies when paired with top-tier supports like Ting-Yun or Bronya. With a naturally high base SPD, she effortlessly dominates the battlefield with multiple turns, a trait further accentuated by her unique talent that grants her an additional turn upon defeating an opponent. This capability initiates the legendary phenomenon known as the Unlimited Infinite Turn Seal, solidifying her status as an indispensable force within the game. Topaz, affectionately known as Numby for her remarkable prowess, stands as a formidable force, particularly as the primary DPS among her duo with Dr. Ratio. Functioning both as a potent follow-up attacker and a supportive figure within a team, Topaz's skills are imbued with the ability to afflict a singular adversary with proof of debt, thereby rendering them susceptible to heightened follow-up attack damage. Her strategic significance, especially alongside counterparts like Dr. Ratio, underscores her pivotal role in the ever-evolving dynamics of battle within the game. Pila emerges as a formidable addition to the ranks of DEF shredders within Honkai Star Rail, her prowess mirroring that of Silverwolf, albeit with a distinct focus on multiple adversaries rather than single targets. Beyond her capacity for widespread damage, Pila distinguishes herself with a unique skill set tailored towards universal debuffing, including the invaluable ability to strip enemy buffs. Her versatility and accessibility to free-to-play gamers make her a compelling choice for a wide array of team compositions within the game. Tingyun stands out as a formidable buffer among the characters in Honkai Star Rail, especially for a 4-star character aiming to match the prowess of 5-star buffers. Her unique skill set, while potent, comes with a nuanced drawback. Her ability enhances an ally's attack rather than their damage output, which may not synergize optimally with certain DPS characters like Blade, who prioritizes HP stats. However, given her 4-star rarity, acquiring Tingyun's eidolons proves relatively manageable, offering players the opportunity to enhance her supportive capabilities even further, thus solidifying her role as a versatile asset in strategic team compositions. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Dan Heng Imbibitor Lunai, Jingliu, Bronya, Fu Xuan, Huohuo, Luocha, Ruan Mei, Silver Wolf, and Sparkle. Cooler Dan Heng, renowned for his formidable enhanced basic ATK, capable of dealing damage to up to 3 enemies with blast attacks, presents players with a strategic trade-off, investing substantial SP points. To mitigate this drawback, players have 2 main strategies: assembling a team with characters like Tingyun or Ruan Mei, who can conserve SP effectively, or incorporating Sparkle into the lineup to augment the maximum SP pool. These considerations shape dynamic gameplay strategies as players navigate the tactical landscape of Honkai Star Rail. Jingliu, known as the Ice Queen, embodies sheer dominance with her chilling prowess on the Honkai Star Rail battlefield, with talents and traces enhancing her crit rate and crit DMG significantly, investing in her yield's remarkable returns. While her normal skill targets a single adversary, the true spectacle unfolds when she unleashes her enhanced state, leaving scant survivors amidst the onslaught of her frigid power. Bronya, a starter character in Honkai Star Rail, retains her value even in the endgame due to her ability to provide a substantial crit DMG buff to the entire party. Moreover, her skill allows players to manipulate the game mechanics by advancing a character's turn in the turn order with a 100% success rate. As a result, Bronya emerges as a strategic asset, offering both offensive support and tactical advantage throughout various stages of the game. Fu Xuan, with her unique Matrix of Prescience shield in Honkai Star Rail, stands as a formidable support character despite her unconventional fit within the preservation path of the simulated universe. Despite this minor setback, her shield not only redirects damage from allies to herself, but also boosts the team's critical rate and applies crowd control debuffs with each activation. However, her position becomes precarious when her health drops below 50%, though she can heal herself if she accumulates at least 1 trigger count from her talent. While she may not align perfectly with preservation, Fu Xuan finds synergy with destruction and abundance blessings, making her an invaluable asset to any team composition focused on optimizing DPS paths. Huohuo's healing prowess in Honkai Star Rail shines brightest in scenarios where multiple party members require restoration, distinguishing her from the likes of Luocha, whose healing potency tends to focus on individual targets. However, Huohuo's efficacy dwindles when faced with adversaries wielding formidable single-target assaults. Yet her true metal surfaces against foes who predominantly unleash widespread AoE onslaughts and debilitating effects, where her off-field mending and debuff dispelling render her an indispensable asset on the battlefield. Luocha is an invaluable asset in the Honkai Star Rail game, offering unparalleled emergency healing abilities fueled by both skill and talent, rendering it exceptionally challenging for adversaries to defeat your character, except when faced with overwhelming single-target damage. Not only does Luocha possess remarkable survivability, but their ultimate skill also proves formidable in encounters against multiple adversaries, dealing damage to all enemies while simultaneously stripping them of 1 buff each. Their presence becomes indispensable when confronting numerous foes fortified with numerous buffs, making Luocha a formidable ally in battles within the Honkai Star Rail universe. Ruan Mei stands as a formidable presence among the characters in Honkai Star Rail, embodying a convergence of potent buffs within the guise of a modest scholar. With her arsenal, she wields all-type resistance penetration, weakness break efficiency, damage augmentation, and speed enhancements, rendering her an indispensable asset for teams reliant on SP-intensive DPS. Notably, her prowess extends to her ultimate, which possesses the unique ability to defer the actions of adversaries ensnared by Thanatoplum Rebloom, offering a strategic advantage in dire circumstances where each turn carries weighty significance towards securing victory. Silverwolf emerges as a formidable force, her prowess lying in the manipulation of a novel elemental weakness that can be inflicted upon a single adversary, allowing adept players to orchestrate mono-elemental team compositions. While her abilities wield significant influence, they are tailored for singular targets, as seen in her ultimate, which unleashes a torrent of defense-shredding prowess upon a solitary foe rather than indiscriminate mobs. It is amidst boss encounters where her strategic value truly shines, offering a tactical advantage against singular, formidable adversaries rather than swarms of lesser foes. Sparkle emerges as a transformative support character, wielding the power to expand the maximum number of skill points by 2, a seemingly modest enhancement that carries substantial weight in battle, particularly alongside SP-hungry allies like D-Chile and King Kuei. Her strategic prowess shines when paired with such characters, enabling her to bestow damage buffs through SP consumption. While her ability mirrors that of the mischievous Masked Fool follower and Bronya in advancing allies within the turn order, Sparkle's efficacy stands at 50%, offering a nuanced twist to team dynamics on the battlefield. Video ends here. In your opinion, what is the best PvP character in Honkai Star Rail version 2.0? Write in the comments and let's discuss. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.